What's up, crew? Alright, I'm here to get into some more stuff, some more diagrams. I got them on screen. I got the explanations here on card, on deck. But before I get into all that, I got to get into the disrespect level here, because I just knew it. I just knew as soon as I just happened to go look, you know. I have to see the dumb stuff, you know what I'm saying? It says the internet is full of crazy as shown here, so that's me, I'm crazy. And this other dude says, man, sorry, I really want to like your videos, but seriously, if you want to try, in quotes, to explain stuff, I think you're, for your own and for the people who watch the video's sake, you should really learn the actual names of what you're doing instead of OG jumbo bullshit. He says that shit in quotes and whatsoever. He said, I'm not saying that what you're saying is not right, but I am saying it is impossible, in caps, to understand what you are actually doing because you are using your own gangster DSP vocabulary that only you understand. You should learn the right language, and then people will a lot easier understand what you're trying to say. That's a foolish statement. You see that? Like, like saying that to someone like me is extremely foolish. Because number one, dude, let me explain something to you. All the stuff that I have to show for all this on my wall, like, I got degrees in this shit, dude. Alright, like, I'm just showing you this. Like, I have degrees in this. This is the Blofeld decoded. You know what I'm saying, on my wall. So yeah, okay, call me crazy. You call me crazy. Say whatever you want, man. Liquid metal. That's the sign, or 0. Triangle plus triangle 3 would make this type of shape, which would be trapezoid or hex in this case. That's liquid metal triangle plus triangle 3. So 1 plus 1, 3. And that's what these all are. Sign, so 0, and this is 1 plus 1, 3. These are signed though, these crystals. That's 32X crystal, that's the 50X crystal. Now, I will explain this. This is metal. This is chromium. If this is liquid metal, that would be mercury. Chromium and mercury are on the element table. That's Hg. Go look it up for mercury. Chromium is Cr. And these are the prisms. These are the shaped ones, and these are the wild ones where it has less shape, but you can still kind of tell that that's the sign. That's the triangle plus triangle 3. That's the sign in the triangle plus triangle 3. But yeah, man, like, I have all the stuff on diagrams, and you know, I have all the math pretty much done. That's all on paper. I did this long before I got to this level. Alright, so I'm bringing today these engines. I got the diagram card, obviously the polar opposite. So oscillator 1 would be pulse width of 0. Oscillator 2 would be 127, which would equal the red and the blue. The phase, because I phase them so you can have extra play. You know, it's compression and refraction thing, you know. I'm not going to really listen to you trolls about my language and how I speak, you know what I mean? Because, like, look, I speak how I want to speak. This is me. You know, I'm a very intelligent person. You're not going to try to belittle me and say I'm some hood monkey mumbo jumbo bullshit. No, don't talk to me like that. Yata Mashata is something I came up with. You're just mad because I'm not conformed and I'm original. You know what I'm saying? I'm different. I don't fit in with the rest of the crowd. Yeah, you're exactly right. I don't. Because I don't like to be like anybody else. I like to be like myself. So before you try to address how I speak and how I talk about the topics and Yata Mashata, learn who that you know what I'm saying, who you're talking to, man. I'm Buddha, man. My name's Lou. I go by many names, man. I don't care what you call me. You call me crazy, Yata Mashata, I don't care. But one thing you will recognize, you will bow your head in humility, because the stuff that I'm bringing to the table, no one has yet ever done. This is the baddest box. Budget blockbuster. Do not talk to me in disrespect and disregard my mind. You're a fool. Okay, I understand positive criticism, but please do not ever do that. Because, listen, you see how I'm speaking English very fluently? If you speak a foreign language, you understand the fluency of when I'm speaking my English, and you were speaking your foreign tongue. So don't speak to me like that, because I will straight up turn your hair gray and will fall out like you had leukemia. You understand me? Alright? Now, FM is like a patch cable. RM is like a patch cable between oscillator 1 and oscillator 2 exclusively, because it controls the sum of the signal and the sum of the level. If you have a looped envelope, it is also like an LFO. It behaves like one. The shorter the release time, the faster it goes, and that goes in inches. Okay, because 12 inches is a foot. So you have a foot of oscillation at 12 on a release on a loop all. LFOs can be used for automation or envelope mode, which would be a LFO in no key tracking. And also as a sound source, which I went on older videos. I think you need to catch up, buddy, or buddies. Don't want to talk all that noise. I got the diagrams right here to prove it. Everything's on screen. It's crazy that's proof, man. It's in stone. You're just mad. All right, so let's get into the stuff. We're gonna go from a nip patch here. Turn this chrome on, or liquid metal. Turn on both of them. Good look, G. Blue Jays in the background to confirm it. Now, if I kill that, you hear that. Now I have to turn the oscillator 2 back on. Phased out. That's the liquid metal. So I add a little bit of release on the amplitude. Turn like, I don't know, 62, 70, no, 72, excuse me. Now what you do is, because oscillators have pulse width is 0, this applies to all the edges. The liquid metal has the little bit of the liquid fluency. Chromium has that kind of smooth as well. And metal and prism don't have that. Because I don't know, they just don't. They don't have that same I'll show you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, I have nothing, everything's here. I will clearly show you that. Alright. So you set the mod wheel up on oscillator 1 and 2. It's an LFO mod wheel, right? There's a pulse width source. Now oscillator 2, you go negative 64, and on 1 you go plus 63. Go to your LFO, set it to like 7 on speed, or 8, whatever. Set it to start phase of 0 on a sine wave. This is what you get when you turn the mod wheel on. Now to rejuvenate the power, because both oscillators are live, plug 1 into 2 on the FM tip. I know you guys are familiar with the liquid metal stacks video. I haven't finished all those yet. I'll be bringing that in, but I don't have any on here. So 512 feet LFO oscillation is 50 on the speed. Speed at 2. That's 8,192 feet. Plugins, they have their own sound. They all can generate noise. So we'll turn it to crystal. No, turn it to a wild prism on the sine tip. So WP0. Everything is done in a catalog manner too. I love how people talk shit like I do this in my own language, and I'm not gonna express it all and explain it and put it in the instructions, domesticated instructions. That's some funny stuff to me, that people actually think that I'm so smart that I don't have common sense. Slap yourself for assuming that. You're a fool. Not every person that's really smart lacks common sense too. I just thought I'd let you know that. Goofy ass. Alright, now with the wild prisms you might want to be a little bit sparing on the FM, because as you add in the FM amount, what happens is that it plugs in deeper and deeper into the frequency, because the FM is the patch cable, but it just consider it like it gets deeper into the frequency as you add it in, which is why FM is way cooler than the patch cable. But it is one in turn. So with the wild prisms, it's kind of hard to define the shape. And you see Prism does not have that liquidy type of sound. Even when I turn up the oscillator, and you hear how loud this is, it's only I'm turning it up to like 38 or something, 37. Like, that's extremely loud. I haven't even gotten into the ohm going through the silent prism and all that crazy shit yet. Okay, both of them are set at 8 foot. So, alright. So we'll go from wild prism sign to shaped prism sign. Doesn't have that liquid sound like the liquid metal. Let's take it right back to liquid metal right now. See? Shape sign, prism, again. See what I mean? Now you take it to metal, sign. Back to liquid metal sign. Okay, now let's go to Crystalline, 32X, harmonic. And this is as simple as that. So let me better explain it. When you're messing with prism, you're just flipping it around. When you're messing with metal, you're flipping it around. And when the LFO is sweeping that's all that's happening, is gyration. When you're messing with liquid metal, you are messing with the fluid flow. Also when you add in FM, because this dictates what goes on. When you're doing it with crystalline, you are affecting the crystal vibration of harmonic, and with chrome, you are affecting the shine. You see how I'm saying? Because you blinging on them. You know? You just blinging on them, just like that. That's how you do it. So that's how that works. And you could also use a looped envelope to do that type of trickery as well. We'll get into that in later probably episodes of this. So right now we have this filter. Check this shit out. We set these filters up in the serial killer mode. Filter 1 to 59, I already told you, and the 113 to perfect 4, which actually makes it to the natural. You know, perfection or something like that, I would want to say. It's crazy. Take envelope 3, shut it down on decay and sustain, and obviously mod source on a filter 1, envelope 3, plus 63. This is redundancy. That's why I don't like to repeat myself. You need to pay attention. Follow the videos. I don't need to learn the language. I know how to speak the language. I don't need to repeat myself. I'm not a skipping record with a needle skipping, a beep, 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 repeating myself. Yeah, no. You shut your mouth. FM amount on the plug-in oscillator 1. Turn to like 64 on filter 2. You can take the cutoff down to like 71 or something. Switch it over. Right? To bandpass. They're both bandpass. Turn the volume down real quick. I don't want to blow my brain out. Alright, now what you do is you kill the volume. Kill the volume to these crystals. Send the ohm through it, see? Because if I bypass filter 2, you get the sine wave. You know, if you can't follow these instructions, there's an issue. So people complaining about this, there's something wrong, man. Mentally. You need to seek asylum and get help. Alright? Really, you should. So this is how you plug it in. Then there's the crystal. Now you can get them to start doing stuff. Tumbling crystals. Right? My own DSP gangster mumbo jumbo. That's so stupid. Now when you run the ohm through stuff like this, it's like you're running reflection. Now if I bypass filter 1, right, and I turn the volume up on oscillator 1, check it out. That's reflection because I bypass filter 1 and I'm using oscillator 1's signal volume to drive and reflect itself through the resonance of filter 2. Alright, now when you add in this and you kill volume to the oscillator, you're running the ohm through filter 2. Filter 2 is plugged into oscillator 1, but we know that filter 2 is always the output at the be-all end-all output, because that's the signal path. That is how you get the ohm reflection. That's what that's called, the ohm reflection. I don't need to know language, dude. The language I speak is far beyond your comprehension as a mortal, right? Send through some 50x now. Alright, let's put the shine on the chrome. Let's shine it up a little bit. Shine some light on these haters. Getting a reflection. No more ohm. Bring the volume back up on the 2 as well. No reflection at all. You see? Liquid metal triangle plus triangle 3. Sorry if that's extremely loud. I know, it's on my head. It's like, whoa. A good amount for resonance is actually 3 feet, which would be 36, because with resonance it goes by inches. Okay, 12 is 1, 24 is 2, 36 is 3, you know, 4, 48, 60, 45, and so on. Metal, triangle plus triangle 3. Check it. Let's play. Whole different texture than liquid metal. Then you bring the chrome on it. Let's bring this shape prisms. What's up with that? Triangle plus triangle 3 is what we're doing, cycling up. Get to the crystal side. Shortcut, use the re-rock. That's ring mod. If you don't want to control both volumes of oscillator 1, you want to try to keep it simple. Amplitude envelope to the re-rock level. That's ring mod. Turned up a little bit, like 50. Because you get extra play is some of the signal frequency and the volume control. Then you can FM it, so you plug patch cable double time here. And if you want to get crazy, shine some light through some crystals. You can mix up the engine, see what I'm saying? Because like, I have all different type of stuff loaded up in here. So shaped prism, or maybe wild prism. We're gonna use a sine wave. Let's go through the crystal, 32X. Yeah, look at that. And that's all we're doing is reflecting it. Let's turn off reflection and see what we get. Whoa, very harsh. Yeah, that'll cut diamonds, man. Light going through a crystal. Let's shine some light on that chrome. Turn that reflector back on. Get nasty with that chrome. Alright. We gotta dip some metal on in the chrome. Make the metal get the coating. As a matter of fact, let's run it all together. And also, if you use cone filter, you're gonna want to have to use re-rock or actually oscillator 1's volume, because you don't really need 2 on unless you want to add that in there for extra girth. That's on you. You can use, that's what I'm saying, you can use silent oscillators and silent things as sources for the plug-in. That's how it works. Comb filter. Observe. Comb filter. Now if I kill the re-rock, oops. If I kill the re-rock volume, when it that little bit of power, you add it in. That's metal on chrome. Metal on metal. Change it. Triangle to triangle. Liquid metal. Ooh, combine liquid metal and the chrome. Ooh, shit. Flip it around, chrome into liquid metal. Chrome on top, liquid metal on bottom. Yes, I rest my case. Subscribers, thanks for tuning in. People who are getting hip to this shit. Go looking out. Trolls, keep doing your job. You know what you need to do.